Now, hopefully, everybody has a calculator that they can look at. Tom, you need to hold the calculator in the middle. Oh, there we go. Can you guys share? And then Nathan, you can share with Tom. All right. Then sit by somebody who has one. There's some people out there that have some. Yes, share a calculator if you don't have one. Now I need you guys to use your ears a little more right now. Time to use your ears. This is how we use this calculator, okay? These are the two buttons that we're going to be using the most right now. So find those two buttons on your calculator. Alright? This one is called the times button. This is called the times button. And what the times button does is if I say I have 1/4 of a pizza, that's a quarter of a pizza there, right? Yeah. And I can say times 4, which means I take 4/4 of the pizza. And then it's going to tell me how many pizzas I have altogether. And that is going to be 4/4 make 1 whole. Correct? 4/4 of a pizza make 1 whole pizza. Do you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Everybody, you sure? So let's try that. A quarter, you write in the calculator by putting in 0.25. Can you guys put 0.25 into your calculator? Type in 0.25. Brady, can you sit right here and help Tommy manage that little calculator? Okay. Did you guys get 0.25 in your calculator? Okay, so let's push this first. And then go point, see that point? 2.5. Got it? You got 0.25? You got 0.25? All right, good job. You got 0.25? Very good. You got 0.25? Okay, you guys get it? All right. Everybody got 0.25? All right. Now we're going to push the times button. Times button. Just one time. Just push it one time. Times 4. Okay. And now we're going to multiply it by how many quarters of the pizza did we say we're going to have? 4. 4/4 of the pizza. So push the 4 button now. And the other button that we push when we're done is the equals button. So after you push the 4, push equal. Say 1. Does it say 1? Does it say 1? There you go. Push equals. There you go. It says 1. Good. That means if you take 4 slices of the pizza that are all 1/4 large, and you multiply it by 4, you get how many pizzas? 1. 1 whole pizza. Did you guys get that okay?
Yeah, he did.
Way to go. Did you guys get that okay? All right. Excellent. Now, here's another one. Ready? I'm going to start with talking about quarters of pizza again. Quarters of pizza. But this time, use your ears a little bit more. This time, we're going to have 6/4 of a pizza. How many pizzas am I going to have all together? So 6/4 of a pizza. So that's going to be 0.25 times 6, and then we equal. That's right. Who said 1.5? You got it, Tom? Did you guys get 1.5? Did you get 1.5? Way to go. So that means 1.5 pizzas. Did you get 1.5? You guys figuring this out? Okay, watch what he does. See, he says 0.25. Show him over here too. He got it, 0.25. Now what? What's next? Times. Oh, you didn't push the times yet. You just pushed 6. So we gotta go back 1. I have to go back up. Where's the calculator?
Let me sit here with you.
I don't have the fancy one.
Okay, did you guys get 1.5? Did you get 1.5? Excellent, excellent. So if I have 6/4 of a pizza, how many pizzas do I have? 1.5 pizzas. 1.5 pizzas. When you guys eat pizza, where do you guys eat pizza?
At my house.
Has anybody gone to Pizza Hut? Yeah. And have you ever got the pizza that's about this big? Yeah. pan. It's called what kind of pizza? Personal pan pizza, remember? And they always cut it into what? Quarters, that's right. However, when you go and get a bigger pizza at Pizza Hut, or if you get one at home, do you ever just cut it in quarters?
Nope.
No. Sometimes 8, sometimes 12 pieces, sometimes more, right? So, let's pretend that instead of cutting the pieces of pizza into a quarter, I cut them into 0.125. 0.125. Is that an 8?
Yes, it is.
All right, 0.125. Now, if I have 15 pieces that are 0.125s, how many pizzas do I have? Got it? 1.875? 1.875 pizzas. So how do we do that? Tom, we put 0.125, and then what button did we push? Then what button did we push? Did you get it? 0.125, and then we push times.
15 pieces. So now we need 15. So
0.125.
They're telling us right here what this one is. 1.875. Please, we have almost.
Did you guys get it all fine?
Yeah.
Did you guys get it? 0.125. 125 times 15.
That's logical.
Okay, good. Now, with these buttons, times and divided by, we can answer chemistry problems, all right? Okay? Now, let's see where we can get to. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here's the question. How many grams of oxygen, yeah, this one again, so we can kind of keep a little review. How many grams of oxygen, okay? How many grams of oxygen do I need if I want let's say 3 moles of oxygen? How many grams of oxygen do I need if I want 3 moles of oxygen?
Can we have that?
Yes, you can have that. Because you need that, don't you?
Yeah. We don't. Yes, we do.
Alright. Alright, so where's the oxygen on here?
How many oxygen?
Well, is it
3 grams of oxygen. If I want 3 moles of oxygen. Good.
15.9994.
Now, let's talk through how to answer this. Remember we said that it's less important knowing what numbers to put in the calculator initially. It's more important to know how to set up the answer to the problem. All right? So let's put our calculators and our tables down for a second and think about how to set up the problem. All right? Everybody? Let's get on the same page. Everybody focus now. We're going to not look at our calculators for a moment. We're not going to look at the periodic tables. We're going to think about how to set this problem up. Okay? What is it that I first do? And whenever I ask you what the first thing to do is, you guys always say, write an equal sign. Okay, can you say that?
Write an equal sign.
Write an equal sign. I write an equal sign. That's the first thing I do. And then after I write the equal sign, I take a breath like this, and then I start breathing out. And as I breathe out, I draw a line. Okay? You got it? That's the first thing to do when you're solving chemistry problems. It's like a little bit of a snake. Huh? Here's the eyeballs, and then there's his body. Right? Does that make sense?
So it's kind of like a snake opening its mouth.
Okay. Then, to the right of the equal sign, I write the units of what I'm trying to solve for. What are the units that I'm trying to solve for here? What? Grams of oxygen. It says how many grams of oxygen. Agreed? Does that make sense? We had to read the problem and said, what are they trying to look for here? And then we write it down right here. Grams of oxygen. And then we start over to the top left here, and we write down what information they've given us. What information did they give us?
How many grams of moles? 3 moles.
I want 3 moles of oxygen, right? I need to find out how many grams of oxygen are in 3 moles of oxygen. Now I write down 3 moles of oxygen. I write down everything. I don't just write down 3, and I don't just write down 3 moles. I write 3 moles of oxygen. Okay? Very good. And now I need a conversion factor. A conversion factor. Something that allows me to know the relationship between grams and what? Moles. And you guys all asked for the periodic table because you know where that's at, right? Where is it on the periodic table? If you didn't get to have the periodic table yet, grab a periodic table from your neighbors so that you can look at it too. Here's one here. All right. Where at on the little box? I'm going to draw the little box here for oxygen. Here's like this. There's an O for oxygen. All right.
There's this 8 at the very top.
There's an 8 at the top. Where at on the top? Over here.
Top left.
8 at the top. And then what number's on the bottom?
15.999.
Very good. I'm just going to write 16. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because 15.9999 is pretty close to 16.
18. Oh, sorry.
Oh, oxygen, right? Yes, sir. What? Okay, so 16 is what? What is 16?
How many grams in a mole?
That's right. It's how many grams there are in a mole. Now, some of you missed the class on what a mole is. If you missed the class on what a mole is, you can go on YouTube. I have all the classes uploaded, and you can watch the last couple weeks if you missed some, or last week if you missed some. Okay? So,
What is it called?
what?
The video.
Summer chemistry class, 2016. Okay? Class 1, class 2, class 3. Actually, just starts going from the date. Okay? So, we have 16 grams in every mole. And a mole, just succinctly, is a molecular unit of the material. So if I want to get 1 mole, how many grams of oxygen do I need? 16. That's right. So I can write in here the units necessary to get to grams for moles. I need moles to be on the bottom, right? Why do I need moles to be on the bottom? So they cancel out. That's right. Every 1 mole of oxygen weighs how many grams of oxygen? 16. Okay, now is the time for your calculators. Now, after you have it so that you can see that my units go from moles to grams, and I'm going to end up with grams now because all my other units canceled out. I take this number, and I use the multiply button. Tom, you got your calculator? Take this number, use the multiply button, type in this number, okay? And then you can use the divide button, whoops, that's not square there, and divide by whatever numbers on the bottom, whatever numbers are on the bottom, there's only one there for now. And then you use the equals button. Very good, 48. So the answer to this question is
48.
48. Now, some of you knew that right away without even having to set the problem up. Now that's okay. But that's not the direction you want to go, because sometimes the problem will be so tricky that your intuition will not be enough to help you solve it. Does that make sense? Well, even with the intuition in the calculator, it's not enough. What you need is to see the setup. Okay? Very good. So we learned how to use our calculators a little bit, and we'll do a little bit more review next time. We learned how to apply it to an old problem that we've done before. Okay? And tomorrow, 8 a.m., we'll work again and we'll get these problems more complex. And then we'll be able to start doing our own chemistry with some vinegar and some baking soda, and we'll blow up balloons, and we'll watch how big the balloons based on our stoichiometric problems that we've solved. All right, see you guys tomorrow.
Yay!